Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munhoz takes place this weekend on the main card of UFC 292. Sterling versus O'Malley, and you know this one's going to deliver. This is not the biggest fight in the world. We've seen way bigger fights than this. But you know this one's going to be a fucking scrap for 3 rounds straight. And I do believe Marlon Vera is going to lose. Because he's shit. He's shit. And usually you'd say, oh, he beat Dominic Cruz. He beat Frankie Edgar. He took Corey Sandhagen to a split decision. He didn't. Sandhagen fucked him up for 5 rounds straight. 5-0 Sandhagen. That was my score for that fight. 4-1 maybe at best for Vera. Maybe. But you're going to have to put a real good argument to that. But who cares? Sandhagen fucked him up. Wasn't a split decision. But you know the UFC likes Marlon Vera because he has a win over their star, Sean O'Malley. They like him. But I think Munhoz is going to win this one. I really do. And I think it'll be by split decision. I think they're going to do something here where Munhoz should win a unanimous. But I'm going to say he wins a split decision here. 29-28. I think they're going to really want Vera to win this. But I think Munhoz, he's looking good in these fights, man. Where has he looked bad? Sure, Aldo schooled him. And I know Vera looked better against Aldo than Munhoz. But Vera, you know, it's style matchups. I know he lost to Dominic Cruz, Pedro Munhoz, that is. I know he did lose that fight to Dominic Cruz. But he looked good early on. It's just, to be honest, I don't even know why he lost. How did he lose to Cruz? Munhoz won't KO you like Vera will. Munhoz's new style, Cruz will skull. You know, Aldo will skull the new style Munhoz. The Munhoz that came forward against Cody Garbrandt, that Munhoz would beat Cruz and possibly beat Aldo as well. Who knows? You know, but recently, he's having the same style here, but I've noticed differences against Sean O'Malley and from the Sean O'Malley fight and the Dominic Cruz fight. That period right there. I've noticed a difference. He's coming off a great win over Gutierrez. I'll get that in a second. But Sean O'Malley beat... No, he didn't beat Sean O'Malley. It was an eye poke. He was winning that fight against O'Malley, though. I know leg checks shouldn't count as points. It shouldn't count as anything. It just should count as defense. Maybe a defense strike. That should be a thing, you know. A defense strike that was. You know? And he, I mean, he could have been winning that fight against O'Malley. You know, because he was outlining O'Malley. O'Malley couldn't really KO him, you know. And he was looking really good against Sean O'Malley. And in his last fight against Gutierrez, he dropped Gutierrez. Gutierrez is a monster. Dropped him, looked great. You know, I think Munhoz that looked great in that fight against Chris Gutierrez. And Gutierrez is good, man. He's really good. And Marlon Vera, I just don't see him winning this one. I don't. Corey Sandhagen beat him. Now, that was the fight that was just going to come badly for Vera. Because Sandhagen has a good chin. He's slightly better than everyone that Vera has faced. Dominic Cruz, Rob Font, Frankie Edgar, Davey Grant. Maybe not O'Malley, but that fight was a bit whatever. But still, you know, I don't see him winning this one. I don't. You know, Dominic Cruz getting schooled up in that fight by Cruz. I know Cruz is Cruz, but come on, man. You gotta do better than that. You landed a head kick. Cruz just went one way, got caught off a head kick. It happens. Cruz is chinny, and Vera couldn't finish him till the 4th round. It's a 3-rounder here, and Munhoz, I don't see Vera being the guy to just put him out cold like he can to... Rob Font survived. Rob Font survived a decision. You know, I know Font, and he survived against Aldo as well, and he doesn't get finished typically. Munhoz subbed him years ago. Dropped him with a jab or something, and subbed him with a guillotine. You know, and Vera couldn't finish him. If Vera has this one-punch ability, He should be KOing these guys. He had to pull it out the bag against Frankie Edgar after losing that fight. He could have won the second round, I get it, but if anyone was up 2-0, it was Frankie Edgar, the old man Edgar, who got smoked by Gutierrez. This just proves how shit Marlon Vera really is. And I think we're going to see him lose this one. Munhoz can be bullied. He can. Because he does get typically just picked apart, bullied. He just allows, I don't know, it's something about, he just allows himself just to get picked apart sometimes. And that is worrying, but Aldo's a different striker than Vera, man. And Cruz is a different striker. Both of them have way better IQ than Marlon Vera, in my opinion. Way better IQ than Marlon Vera. And, Rob Font in his fight was just going at Vera, picking him apart. Picking apart Marlon Vera, with his boxing. And then he gets dropped at the end of the round. Vera sneaks the round back for himself. That's typically how Marlon Vera wins, and it's not impressive. Font, Edgar, and Cruz don't have the greatest of chins. They don't. Munhoz has a granite chin. Takes shots off Sean O'Malley. I don't see him winning this one, Marlon Vera. I really don't. I don't think he wins. I don't think the leg kicks will work. I can see him getting his legs chewed up here by Munhoz. I just don't see it. I don't see it. He beat Davey Grant. That was a good win. But early on, Grant was beating him. Grant was beating him up. I don't see Vera mixing it up here as well. I can see Munhoz mixing it up if anyone's going to. And I just think Vera's going to lose this one. I don't see him winning this. We're supposed to fight Henry Cejudo. Now, this is a full camp, let's be real. This is a full camp for Munhoz. Because Vera, once Cejudo stepped in, he pulled out right away. So I'm going to go for Pedro Munhoz winning this one. And plus, he can grapple. He can take the back of Vera like Aldo did. I think he's going to win this one, man. I really do think so. I think it's going to be a really bad one for Vera. And he's 30 years old. I get it. He's young. But Munhoz is only 30. He is 36. But I think Munhoz will make the most out of it now. Just beat Gutierrez. Beat Vera. If he beats Vera, that's another win over Vera. Be sneaking right in the top 5. I hope Vera wins. I hope he doesn't. No. People need to see how shit he is. Unless he's massively improved out of nowhere since the Sanigan loss. People need to see how shit he is. Because I think people are just looking at Sanigan's good. But he is shit. He's not good. Don't see much skill in him. It's just, if he didn't have a good chin or didn't have much power, he'd be one of the worst fighters I've ever seen. But he has a good chin on him. He had power in his hands. If he didn't have any power in his hands, Font beats him. Done. Font unanimous decision. 49-46, 50-45. But I hope Vera wins. But the winner of this one, it really depends. Because this is the interesting part now. The winner of this one is in a weird position. If it's Pedro Munhoz, what's the rankings right now? UFC rankings. Let's see. Bantamweight champ is Aljamain Sterling. I guess the winner of this one can face Piotr Yan. I think they're going to do Yadong Font. I think the winner of this one versus Piotr Yan. I guess next year. That'd be good. Yan Vera would be good. I always wanted to see Yan Munhoz. So let's always do that as well. Munhoz is number 10 versus number 6 Marlon Vera. Yeah. I think Munhoz wins. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think the winner of this one versus Piotr Yan next year will be good. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I got Pedro Munhoz winning. Yeah. Peace.